Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to SevTech Ages. So, since it actually hasn't been all that long since last episode, so I wanted to go ahead and pick back up on this stuff. I did go ahead and, let's see, upgraded, well we did that, we upgraded the Dreadlands Necronomicon. I did go ahead and upgrade our Staff of Rending, so now we have this Dreadlands Staff of Rending. And then I also went ahead and crafted the Altar of Chaggaroth. That way I could go ahead and let the Necronomicon charge back up, because 20,000 PE is quite a bit with our current setup. We'll speed it up, but, you know, it'll be after the fact, so. But anyways, we need to craft the Altar of Chaggaroth top, which is 3 of that Dread Cloth, 2 Dreadium Ingots, 2 sticks in a bucket. I've already done that one. It also requires a sacrifice and requires all 20,000 PE. It's insane. And then the Altar of Chaggaroth bottom is 2 Dreadium, 2 Dreadstone, and a Dread Cloth, and 2 bones. So let's go ahead and lay this stuff out. Then we also need our key. Right, this key right here. And we'll put that right into there, and then we need our sacrifice and our 20,000 PE. And I've got our sacrifice sitting in this cage. So, there we go, and there we go. It's going to drain that, which is sad because that took so long to build up. Okay. And we got our Altar of Chaggaroth bottom. Now you'll notice we don't get to keep our key. So we need to make sure and not destroy our portals right now until we get a new key, because this point is kind of dangerous. Do not break that block or you will be stranded. So anyways, this Altar of Chaggaroth, we have to take this down. Let's see, what is it? Y48, I want to say? Y40 inside of a Dreadlands mountain. Okay. Alright. Let's grab this. By the way, at this point, we pretty much need a good pickaxe. Refined Corellium works, because you can't mine the Dreadstone with, like, the Swift pick. So, I'm just using this pick right now. Okay, so we're at a Dreadlands mountain right here. So, I got lucky and had that one right there. Okay, so we need to dig down to Y40. Right now we're at Y70. And I was wanting to actually make the printing press at the start of this episode, and the typesetting table and stuff, but we need blaze rods. Which, from what I understand, well, technically, we can make them this way, just with blaze powder. You can get blaze powder by killing blazes. You can also do this recipe with the metal press, but we're going to use materialization, crystallization. I think that's actually going to come out to be... that's 4. Yeah, that's, well, it's about the same, I guess. We are just about to the point where we could do that. I mean, we have to get to Omathal, but we're going to get there this episode. So, but then as soon as we go to the Nether, we can start making blaze rods. So, okay, so we're at Y40 right now, according to Journey Map. So we'll put down our bottom of the altar, and then we're going to put down our top of the altar, and we can click on the top block and enter the lair of Chaggaroth. Ah, I seem to have a visitor. Dread guards, please devour our guest, if you may. Okay, so we are now here, and that's the hole that we came in from. So let's go ahead and start journeying through here. It's going to spawn dread guards as we go through here. These guys, not terribly difficult. I've been killing them out in the world. It does take a few hits, you'll notice. I mean, this isn't insta-killing them. These guys have a lot of armor, and then in addition, they have a lot of health. So, they've got 20 armor, and a lot of health. So, that's fine. But the nice thing is they don't respawn. They are, oh yeah, Chaggaroth the Dread Beast. There we go. And you'll notice, if you notice in my inventory, I've actually got a fair number. Oh, I've got a fair number of the voodoo dolls. By the way, this is solid lava. I believe it is. Is this the solid lava blocks? Nope. No, it's not. Okay. Which is not. I love these blocks, though. We're probably going to end up using these, so I'm kind of happy. Oh, we got dreaded Abyssal Knight stuff. And you can see these guys drop dreaded shards of Abyssal Knight. They're actually probably one of the better sources of them. But I did bring 3 voodoo dolls with me, and that's because we are going to be using voodoo dolls for this fight, because he spawns just an astronomical amount of ads. Like, it's ridiculous. So, that's why we've got that. Okay, and this room right here is kind of like the treasure room of sorts. This dungeon's not very big. I mean, that's pretty much all the rooms, and then we go fight the boss. There is an anvil. I'm going to steal that, of course. Never have too many anvils. We got a furnace. I'll leave that. And then we have a crystallizer. This saves us from having to craft the thing. So, we will definitely take that. I hate Dread Plague. I hate it. Okay. One more Dread Guard. And this should be the very last Dread Guard, actually. Nope. There we go. Okay. And now the dungeon is clear unto us. To go fight the boss, basically. So right down here, there's a pit that you jump down into. And that is where the boss is. Now, normally this boss is pretty stout because he has a lot of adds, but voodoo dolls and ranged attacks. Did I put up my arrows, really? Oh, yeah, I threw them in the... Man, okay. That's alright. We'll be alright. Okay, so I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to pop... we're going to pop Elixir of Feasting. I mean, Elixir of Healing. I'm going to go ahead and take care of this Dread Guard. I guess we're just going to go up in there and melee and voodoo doll. I may not even need the elixir, honestly, with voodoo dolls. So let's just go for it. Yes. I do, in fact, want to pop the elixir, I think. Okay, and let's grab also an elixir of strength, just because we can. And let's go for round number 2. Alright. Yeah, I mean, we're doing pretty good damage. I mean, he can't do anything about it, really. He does have a lot of adds, though, you'll notice. I do need to get rid of this Dread Guard because, yeah, there we go. Okay, now we can pretty much just focus on him. And my armor seems to be doing alright, so that's one of the main concerns. I mean, he can't get through this. Honestly, probably using the sword, since I've got that green gem on it, he would be hard-pressed to get through this anyways. And all of his, like, little adds and stuff. Alright, summon another Dread Guard. Which, that's a new feature, I think. I don't remember him ever summoning additional Dread Guards. Oh. Let me step back a second here. I want to look at my... Oh, my boots broke! No! My wild dog boots broke. Man, I should have put unbreaking on those. I have the books that I could technically do unbreaking. That's fine. We're going to finish him off because my helmet's getting low. There we go. Here, have your key back. Transmute it for a working one. The chest behind me holds the legendary treasure of the Dreadlands, left by the ones who... Okay, we're still good on that. Who ran the mine before I came into the picture. Don't get your hopes up. I bet it's just a block of dirt or something. Yeah, last time it was. Originally it was, but I think it's been updated. Just gonna grab this so I can grab everything a little bit quicker. There we go. But I believe it's been changed in the more recent versions. I cannot believe I gotta go farm another set of those. Whatever. I really should have put Unbreaking on those. Because I have 2 Unbreaking 2 books. But I didn't. Because I was like, I'd rather wait until I get the typesetting table and stuff. But anyways. Oh, okay, it is still a block of dirt. The legendary treasure of the Dreadlands. Woo. Alright. I really don't like this normal speed. I really don't like it at all. Whenever I get back, we're going to go craft the key, because we got this, the Dread Plagued Gateway key. We have to turn it into the key to actually get to the final dimension, which is actually super simple. Like, it doesn't require a ritual or anything, you know, special like that. Oh, this is going to hurt. Well, actually not as bad as I was expecting. But yeah, so whenever we get back, I'm probably going to go try to farm up some more dog pelts, put on my slime boots and fly around. It's not a big deal. I mean, the dog boots, I'm hoping like the Super Fortune on this like makes a noticeable difference, because I didn't get really any difference with like looting 2, but I'm hoping that looting 4 is a different story. Okay, so anyways, back in the overworld, and I did move. This is actually from the light wells area. I went ahead and just pulled it up because I need it over there right now. But we need to take our key and just throw it into here. And oh, I need to go get liquid corellium. Okay, I didn't realize I was out of it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to farm another set of those boots. That's like one of those things, like, you don't realize how good it is. I mean, I knew whenever I first got it, it's really, really good, but I started taking it for granted. Granted, being able to move around that fast. So it's really hard to get used to being super slow again. But anyways, some corellium in there, and then we're gonna run our Dreadplagued Gateway Key, and we are going to get Jaggeroth's Rylian Gateway Key. This is the final Gateway Key. There's still actually technically 2 more dimensions within the mod, but as far as like the progression dimensions, the one dimension is just a shadow dimension filled with shadow beasts, and I don't know, we might pop in there, I'm not for sure, but we shall see. Actually, I tell you what, I'm gonna just use the slime boots for a minute, because we're gonna have to go. Let's see. Yeah, we'll just use the slime boots for right now. And then here in a second, I'm going to be charging up a Necronomicon. Like a new one. And so I'll go farm dogs during that time. Okay, so anyways, back into this dimension. And then we can take our Rylian Gateway Key and right click. And there we go. We got our Omethal Gateway. So let's step into here. And this is to the big dimension, the main dimension. Okay, so here we go. We are in Omethal, and this is kind of like a black wasteland. Oh my gosh, I have like the worst. I'll go ahead and mark this. This dimension is filled with mobs. You can see crystal clusters. These dimensions are really good for farming that kind of stuff. But anyways, if you don't want to fall because it's void down below. But if we fly around, I'm gonna head towards spawn. 0, 0. Oh, I think I fell through the world. I guess I was falling and didn't realize it. Yeah, I fell down into the shadow dimension. Basically. What's happened. So, in the shadow dimension, you can see it's mainly just like shadow beasts and stuff. Down here, this is the dark realm. And I guess technically we can use this area to travel. That's really all that's in the dark realm is shadow beasts. That's pretty much it. I'm getting terrible. Yeah, TPS. And someone's in the Twilight Forest too, that's why. The Dark Realm, Twilight Forest. Okay, so anyways, we're pretty close right now to 0, 0. So I'm going to go ahead and drop a portal. And we'll step through this. And we'll see what this brings us out at. Technically, you could also go to about 0, 0 in the Dreadlands. And it should bring you out fairly close to 0, 0. And there's traders here and everything. I'm going to go ahead and mark this as... we'll just put center, you know. So anyways, in here... oh yeah, I don't have the high jump. I gotta get used to that now. That I don't have it. Okay, so if we step into here, we have minions of the Gatekeeper. And these guys... well, they normally attack us. Yeah, there we go. Let's go ahead and fight them. Okay. I kind of feel like that burns attackers. It's kind of dangerous for me in some ways, too. Because it catches them on fire, and then they can catch me on fire. Oh, we got more minions of the Gatekeeper. But anyways, these guys guard the final boss of Abyssal Craft. Which is kind of where I'm headed. I'm headed for him. I don't know if he's been killed yet, because I know that Faraday has been... whoa. They do a lot of damage. As you can tell. They do quite a bit of damage. I wish I had arrows. I totally forgot to grab arrows when I went back again. Technically, I could use that. Holds them in place, which is kind of nice. Then I could just beat them down with the sword. Okay, so if we go straight back, I love this structure. I mean, it's not too elaborate, but it's still a really cool structure. There we go. Get it. There we go. That's how you do it. And you can see there's a structure right here that's just built for... well, I can't actually do that right now. Because we haven't upgraded our Necronomicon. I've got to do the whole Staff of Rending process again. But I figured we'd go ahead and go straight for the boss first. And then I'll do the Staff of Rending, you know, all that stuff. Assuming there's still a boss up here. I don't know for sure. Not 100% sure if Faraday cleared it or not. Which, judging by the number of minions of the Gatekeeper... No, boss is still up. Awesome. I love these mummy hands. These are so good. No, you don't. And it's probably best that we clear these guys out before we take on the boss. Anyways. Because these guys do hit a little bit hard. And I didn't bring arrows with me, which is smart. Okay, I've pretty much cleared out everything up here. And I think we're ready to take this guy on. I am going to grab Elixir of Strength just in case, Elixir of Healing just in case. Because this guy can be kind of tough. I'm probably going to go ahead and pop the Elixir of Healing. I do believe. So this boss right here, Jazar. Let's go ahead and... yeah, might as well. This is what I made these for, is epic fights. And honestly, there's not much in the pack that's going to stand in our way at this point. Jazar, whoa! Okay, well, I've got to go back and get my body. I did grab some arrows and cobble. We're basically going to be pillaring the whole way. So, I've got to go back all the way over there, but at least we'll have arrows this time. So, we will at least have that. So, anyways, I'll be back here in just a while. Okay, there was a server restart right as I got to the castle. I'm hoping... I had to pillar all the way over here. Honestly, the reason I died was because of my own stupidity. I shouldn't have ran in there and tried to melee him, like, right out the gate. Because if I recall, when he first stands up, he does, like, an attack, right? That, like, one-shots or something. And I was just like, yeah, hit me with it. But he also hits like a truck. I really don't need to melee him. But chances are I probably lost... Oh, my stuff is still here, actually. Oh, my gosh! Ah. Okay. Well, at least my pillars are already there. I can make that run. See, he didn't one-shot me that time. It's when he first stands up. If I had ran in there and spawned him and then ran off, I would have been alright, but I didn't. That's kind of a bad idea on my part. Oh, and my deaths are going up. I don't like it. Okay, so I'll be back once I get back over there. And I'm going to kite him around and then get my grave instead of, like, running right at him and trying to, like, beat him to it. Because he's, like, on top of it. But my amulets and stuff are still there, which is a good sign because I picked them up as I went over there. So it refreshed the despawn on them, I guess. Actually, it probably put them into a grave. Chances are. So that's awesome. I was kind of worried. At the end of the day, really, if I lose my lurker skin pouch, the only thing that was in there was a silk touch pick and a couple castle bricks, I think. So it's not really a big deal if I lost that. The amulets are easy to replace. The main thing would be the ring of summoning, which I could replace that. That's not really a problem. Probably going to get hit right here. Yeah, thought so. That's fine. But I totally didn't think about the one-shot attack. I'm pretty sure, if I recall, that's what that is when he first gets up, he does an attack that, like, one-shot. So you don't want to run right in there. You want to spawn him and let him kind of, I guess, give him a second to get his bearings. Or whatever, I guess. Okay, let's do this. Oh, at least I've got this, like, pillar platform that runs all the way over there, so I can just kind of run it. But yeah, it was kind of my own stupidity. I've been up too long, basically. So I own that death. It's mine, and it's my fault. Okay, I am back. I'm back again. He will not keep me from this. Alright, so let's see if we can lure him out, maybe? Oh yeah, there's a mess on the floor there. Oof, I don't want that. I don't really want that. In fact. Okay. So let's see if we can be a little bit smarter about this. Oh no! Not you. Okay, I actually fell into the Shadow Realm. I survived with half a heart and managed to like eat up real quick. My nutrition's pretty much gone. I'm sitting at base hearts. But here we are. I just followed my map back. Okay, so we should be right above it. Yeah. Just got to get down there. That's the problem. Yeah, here we go. This time I actually brought tools and a little bit of just junk armor that came from the mob farm. And so we should be able to pull this off without too much issue. I will say that running through the Shadow Realm was actually a lot quicker. I didn't really engage anything running through there, but I brought the sword with us just so. Those guys aren't aggressive, by the way. They're traitors. We'll look at them in just a minute, but anyways, let's do this. Hopefully our stuff hasn't despawned. I'm gonna cross my fingers anyways. Oh, come on. No. Oh, I need to block that top part up so he can't see me. Okay, I think we've got it this time. I've died 4 times, but I think we've got it this time. So, let's do this. I'm just going to be a little bit more careful getting in there. Okay. I need him to not aggro me. Okay. I got all of this stuff back. And I don't need that. I am going to hold on to this. Okay. I need to deal with this guy. I see my amulet over there. If I can get rid of this guy, it's going to be a whole lot easier to deal with the boss because he's not going to be able to see me for the most part because I built this like cobblestone thing. And I'm just going to kind of like burrow over safely. Oh. No! Ah, man. Okay, well at least I can enter the room and not get insta-killed. This is painful, by the way. I don't know. I'll be back. Okay, yeah, I think we got it this time. We were close last time. I mean, we got everything kind of blocked off. We got that ad killed. Everything's pretty well in the clear, I think. Fingers crossed. I know I'm making like a total fool of myself here, but that's alright. Just kind of build this out. Right there. Oh. Okay. Yeah, there's all my stuff. Okay, awesome. So let's dump all of this. And then I can throw on our magnet. Okay, so we got our armor back. And I got at least a couple of the amulets. Yeah, we lost most of them though. So that's the thing. Got my arrows. Yeah, so I lost my ring and my bag. Oh, that's not ideal, but it's okay. I can make do. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to shoot him down with arrows from afar like this. If you want a really easy strategy without dying, block off this like I have it, and then dig yourself like a couple of these little holes, and then you can fire in on him. I also lost about 50 levels, and my death count rose up, and that's something I've been priding myself on, is not having a lot of deaths, and I mean, man, that like changed it. Of course, the first couple go-arounds, kind of my fault. I didn't bring any armor, any tools, and nothing. And I just tried to like run up in there. So, you know, it is what it is. But main thing is we still got our sword and all that stuff. You know, I can replace that ring and I can replace that pouch and that, green amulet that I'm missing. I can replace those, no problem. Okay, so final shot. There we go. Okay, now he's going to explode. There we go. He's bursting into flames. And yeah, he's trying to pull us in right now. You can see he's pulling those items in. Hopefully he blows those up. Alright, so do your thing. And there we go. Okay. So he just exploded. And in his place, right there, I gotta get over there. Sorry about all the deaths. Luckily, I edited out all the running. You guys are in luck because, man, that was some running, I tell you what. Okay, so let's just walk over here and did we get it? Yeah. We got the essence of the gatekeeper, a mere fragment of Jazar. You can feel it pulsating with power. Okay, so that's what we wanted this whole time. Oh, and look, levels. I pretty much got back all the levels that I lost. I'm not really too worried about the levels. I've got levels. I don't really need more levels. But we're going to throw these in there and we're going to see how many levels we've got. Okay, so we've got 117 levels in there, which that's alright. That's not too bad. Because, of course, those are going to stretch pretty far whenever we start getting into enchanting. So happy that he's dead. So happy that we got our stuff back. Kind of sad that I lost that ring, but I do have more Tar Beast hearts, so I can make more pulsating Tar Beast hearts. Summon that boss. I mean, you saw how easy that boss was last time, the mummy. So, I mean, I could do that again. That's not a problem. Okay. And that is the final boss of this. And you guys got to see the Shadow Dimension, which is cool. And then the Essence of the Gatekeeper, what we're going to use that for is the Abyssal Nomicon. So, it isn't too expensive, but we do have to get the Omathal Necronomicon first. We could honestly make this right now. As soon as we get the Omathal Necronomicon. So, I'm going to go out and I'm going to farm up this stuff. The Omathal Essences and the Omathal Ghoul Flesh. And that is, of course, our Staff of Rending, once again. And just really quickly, just for the sake of it, I will show you, like, if you speak to these guys, so you can trade them these engraved coins, which you make with the coin press. You can actually look right here and see, like, you make a coin, which is just like that, and then you press it. You have to get these engravings, so blank coin engravings right here. And then Ethaxium, you can make the Elder coin engraving, and then you can make the different things here. So it's basically just a trading currency, and yeah, there's no blacksmith loot or anything like that. Okay, so I've got to go out, and there are tons of mobs. Luckily, the only skeletons that spawn here are trumpet skeletons. Oh, and by the way, these bricks here, really the only way that you're going to be able to mine these up is if you make, I don't know if you guys can hear, but the neighbors are so loud. If you make this Ethaxium pickaxe, which takes Ethaxium ingots and Ethaxium bricks. So, and I'm going to show you guys a really easy way to farm up, like, the Ethaxium blocks is Resonating Wand, of course. I mean, not Resonating Wand. This wand. So we can easily just and grab all of that. So, very easy to farm it up. Normally you have to kind of like get the pickaxe, like grind up the pickaxe, but not in this case. And I do apologize, the neighbors are so loud all the time. Like, I'm so ready to get moved. But anyways, we are looking for, like, the Omathal. It has to be the Omathal ghouls and stuff. That is what we have to find. And I'll go ahead and throw in my amulet, my blue one, for right now, until I get back and I'll resort everything out. But anyways, I'm going to go out and farm, like, the ghouls and the... I am going to go back and get a lot of those dark Ethaxium bricks, because I am going to want those, and maybe some of the light Ethaxium bricks. Fill up a backpack, and do a bit of farming with the Staff of Rending and all that stuff. I'll be back here in just a bit, once I get the essences that we need and all that, and then we'll get the next tier Necronomicon, and then the final Necronomicon. So I will be back. Oh, you can actually do it on the merchants, by the way, the remnants. I didn't realize. And they actually have a lot of health, as you can tell. And I mean, they're basically like villagers. They will try to attack back if you attack them. Yeah, I've already gotten 3 Omathal Essence. That was just off of 2 villagers and 1 ghoul. So, it's definitely not going to take long. So, I'll be back here in just a bit. Okay, back in the overworld. Finally, this actually took a while to get the 64 Omathal Ghoul Flesh. That took a decent amount, even with the fortune, or the looting that we've got on there. But anyways, the Dreadlands Necronomicon, we're going to upgrade this thing. So it's got 20,000 PE storage, and we're going to upgrade it to 40,000 PE storage. So let's go ahead and Omethal Essence, I've got 12 of it. I made extras. But Skin of Omethal, and then Necronomicon, and we get the Omethal Necronomicon. And then we can upgrade this once more into the Abyssal Nomicon with a whopping 100,000 PE storage. And this is the end-all be-all. There's certain rituals we can't do unless we have the Abyssal Nomicon. Some that I actually really want to do in the future. And possibly one this episode, we're going to see. So anyways, this is actually, we're ready to make this already. So that stuff, this drops from the Gatekeeper Guardian guys that we were killing there at the start. And those guys actually spawn just out in the dimension randomly. They also drop F-Axiom bricks. You can also make these as well, by the way. So if you want to make, you can craft these with F-Axiom bricks and life crystals. So that is an option as well, but those guys drop them. So, I mean, these can be used to make the pickaxe with some F-Axiom, and that pickaxe can mine. That's like the top tier, you know, Abyssal Craft pick. And then lastly, we need the Essence of the Gatekeeper, a mere fragment of Jazar. So there we go, Abyssal Nomicon. Okay, so we now have the max rank book. You can see everything is unlocked, and chances are, is this steel? Really? Throw it down, let me pick it back up. Oh my gosh. Wonder why that is. I will never be able to read my sword. I will never be able to read it. Okay, so now that we've got that, I'm going to go put this book into our charging pedestal. It's got a long ways to charge. Luckily, I don't have to wait for it to be fully charged for most of the stuff I want to do. And I do want to upgrade our Staff of Rending into the Omethal Staff of Rending. So I'm probably going to do that. I'll actually probably do it on camera, because then after that we can upgrade it to the Staff of the Gatekeeper. And that is a really cool, really cool tool. So let me go ahead and get this thing charging, and it's going to take a while, and I'll be back in a while. Okay, it's been a little while since I last cut, and our Abyssal Nomicon is fully charged. And I've got something laid out here. This is the structure that we're going to need for the, you know, the top tier ritual. It has to be made out of F-Axiom bricks. And then what we can do is we can shift right click, and there we go. We've got our altar. Right there's our portal. So, okay, so let's go ahead. I want to upgrade the Staff of Rending. So, Shadow Gem, 3 Omethal Ghoul Flesh, and 4 Omethal Stone. So let's start with this. Shadow Gem, and then I also need 3 Ghoul Flesh. And then our Staff of Rending, and shift right click. And we'll get this thing finished out. This is the, as far as Staff of Rending goes, this is the top tier, but there is another tier staff over that, which is what we're going to go for here. Okay, so there is our Omethal Staff of Rending. And this thing does, I believe it's 4 per activation, I think it is. Let's see, we are at 81 on Omethal Energy. And, yeah, 85. So 4 per. And then what we can do is we can upgrade this once more. Staff of Rending, surrounded by 1 of each essence. So I've got those. There's Abyssal, there is Dreadlands, and then there is Omethal. And then we need 2 Eldritch Scales and 2 F-Axiom ingots. So go ahead and throw those down, and then our F-Axiom. And then the final slot, we need to put in the key, Chaggorath's Riley Gateway key. Okay, so we're going to lose our key again. However, the staff that we're going to make also doubles as a key as well. Now you'll notice this does require 15,000 energy. This is a little bit more expensive, but this is the top tier. Whoops. This is the top tier of everything. And here we go. Give us our staff, I beg of thee. Okay, so there we go. We now have the Staff of the Gatekeeper. And this is the staff that the boss was holding, basically. And what we can do, we have two different modes. You'll notice right now it says Mode Gateway Key. Press none to change mode. I'll have to set that, I think. Right-click on the ground to create a portal. Infinite uses. Shift right-click to create the alternate portal. So we can right-click and make a portal. Of course, here, if we shift right-click, we're still going to get the same portal, right? And then and we're going to set our change Staff of the Gatekeeper mode. And now if we click this, you can see that the gem on there changes colors. There's two different modes here. If it's in red mode, it is Staff of Rending mode. So now we have a new Staff of Rending. Now we do lose all the kind of build-up. Normally, whenever you change over Staffs of Rending, you get to keep the energy charge that you've built up. Whenever you change to this one, you do not. But this thing is extra strong. So if we right-click it, you can see that we get 5 energy per. So at this point, you know, we only have to click 20 times to get an energy, which is pretty powerful. It's quite effective, and it'll additionally do more damage as well. And then one thing that we have not done as of yet is let's actually pop down, just jump down right here. And we'll just pop down to the Shadow Realm. We're going to spend a little bit more time here. You'll notice that in the Shadow Realm, on the staff, there is a shadow energy count. And it's 200 instead of just 100. But you can build this up. And you'll notice, I mean, this thing actually does quite a bit of damage at this point. I think it's all still loading in a little bit. But yeah, I mean, you can see 4 hits and it takes out shadow creatures. It has an astronomical amount of range. And we can actually tear down shadow beasts at a decent rate with this. So we're at 160 shadow energy right now. And I want to show you what this does. Whenever we get it filled. For whatever reason, trumpet skeletons like spawn everywhere. No clue as to why that is, but once we fill up the shadow energy, you'll notice that we get a shadow gem. So actually, fairly easy way to get shadow gems, especially if you pop down into the shadow dimension. You run around here because you're also getting shadow gems from the, from the mobs that you're killing here and everything. Now, one thing I'm not for sure about, there's limonite samples that are spawning here. Oh, we got a shadow gem off that guy, too. Yeah. So, I mean, honestly, we're at the point now where shadow gems are laughable. We don't have any shortage of shadow gems, not to mention the crazy amount that I've come across. Limonite is right here. Y6 to Y32. Let's actually go ahead and dig down and see if we can find some of that, because I wouldn't be against it. I would like to, before the end of the episode, I'd like to go ahead and grab some of the new ores. Because I actually came across a lot of them. Bauxite, cinnabar, all within like a stone's throw from our base. So, but I'm curious as to if we can find this down here. Okay, I didn't find any so far. So let's head back up. Also a good place to get darkstone right here as well. But let's actually go ahead and pop up. I want to go ahead and make the scanner for this age, because there is a higher tier scanner, of course the age 3 one, and I think we should go ahead and do that, and go ahead and find some of the samples, because I think the next thing that we're going to work towards is, I would like to work towards getting a drawer controller, of course, that would be super nice, and they're not too bad. We have to do a little bit in the nether, we have to do a little bit of just kind of grazing, immersive engineering. It's not even really getting into RF power necessarily. I don't believe. I think we can get by without needing any of that. And then we also have to gather some materials, ores and stuff. So if we take a look in here, we need the ore prospector, is what we're after. And I've been farming up dog pelts. I got our 3 amulets back and our lurker skin bag, all that stuff. I do have to go kill that boss, the peat mummy again. But I'll do that in a bit. So we want the ore prospector. This right here. Still 48 block range. It's 2 redstone and then glass and then 2 lapis. And there's our ore prospector. So we got the ore prospector and we got the cinnabar ore because we've already found redstone. Yeah, so we want to go find galena, bauxite, platinum, and limonite. And I actually know where some bauxite is. I'm going to go ahead and fly over there. There's also cinnabar over there as well. Oh, and there's also galena like right over next to it too. Okay, let's go ahead and pop on down here. I should have brought some cactus with me. So Galena, where does that spawn at? Y 50 to 16. Okay, I have found Galena. So we'll just mine over in this direction. There we go. There's that. So we can go ahead and get that advancement knocked out. And let's see, this stuff, we got a silver and a lead cluster. So it must be silver and lead in there together. Okay. So that's what we're going to get from here. And I'll come back and mine all those up. By the way, I want to check something really, really quick. Oh, and you know what? There's another thing that I want to do here in just a minute. Because I'm kind of at a point where I'm not really wanting to use the swift pick. In fact, you know, I put mending on that one, still broke. For whatever reason, castle blocks, they take like 40 or 50 durability off of a pick, which is quite bizarre. So I'm actually kind of like, do I really want to use this? Not so much now. But I was going to look and see if Fortune, this is only Fortune 2, but it's 1 in 1. Okay, yeah, Fortune doesn't really seem to have any impact on these. So what I'll probably do is just come back with a conversion one and change it all, you know, cactus. I've got to stock back up on cactus because my other cactus is gone. And then right over here next to it, we have cinnabar. Like, literally right next to it. And then if we step right past that, we have bauxite right over here. So there's that. So I'll be able to stock up on redstone and silver and lead and bauxite, of course, which is aluminum. Y45 to 70 is what we're looking for here. So bauxite over in this direction. Perfect. It's directly down. There we go. There is bauxite. And so we can go ahead and mark that as well. And then off to find the next one. We have to find, let's see, platinum and limonite. Oh, and we've started having these mobs. These are the fat cat mobs spawning. Lord Ezra Scottmangle. They don't really drop anything like exciting, and they don't really do much of anything. I don't know. They're really random. Because I haven't noticed them spawning until about the time we hit age 3, and it was like, okay, now we have these guys. They don't really do anything much. Okay, I found limonite right over here. Go ahead and pop down here. And this is supposed to be Y32 to 6. Okay, here we go. And that is dropping iron clusters. Oh, sounds good. Alright, let's head back up. And we still have to find a platinum node to mine from. Then I can go through with our conversion one, clear them out, and then we should be all set. So platinum is Y25 to Y3. And I am going to pop back home. I'm going to go get a new pick while I'm looking for this. Oh, here we go. Here's a platinum sample. Right here. So we'll go ahead and mark it. I don't want that. The only thing is I'm not really getting any hits for platinum at the moment. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. I've had that happen a couple times where it'll say, you know, there's a node here, but no, it's just a lie, so I don't know. Alright, let me head back up. I'm going to continue heading home because our pick is getting low on durability. And, oh, well, I guess we could get that. And then I'll continue looking for platinum, though. That clears out all of our samples. Now, we still have stuff in the nether we have to go pick up. But we'll probably get into the nether next episode, I'm thinking. So, I want to get into Steve's cards before too long, but like I said, I think my priority is going to be these craft for building, and then also a drawer controller, which would be nice. Would be quite useful. Okay, I finally found a platinum vein that actually has platinum in it. I'm going to go back to the other ones and revisit them, because it almost seems like these veins are really small. Like you'll notice, I mean, there's not a whole lot here. Well, I don't know. I mean, they're decent sized, right? Yeah. I don't know, because this is the seventh vein I found that I was actually able to find some platinum. So it definitely took a few attempts and a bit of running around to find some. So I'm not going to pass this up. I'm going to mine up everything that's here Because it's actually a decent ways away from our base, like home, and I was marking all kinds of stuff. 2,388 blocks. There's probably some closer to us, but this is the first one that I came across that actually had some platinum. Like I said, it's like the 7th vein that I've checked, so. Okay, so there's almost, well, there's almost 2 stacks of platinum, which, I mean, I think that'll be alright for right now. So, everything else I have in droves next to our base. Platinum is a little bit more scarce. I mean, if those 1 nodes have platinum in them, I have a ton of it around there. I just don't know for sure that they actually have it in there, because I wasn't seeing any whenever I scanned it, so. But anyways, we're going to head back to the base, I do believe, back to home. Okay, so we're back at the base, and I'm thinking that we should upgrade our pick. Our TC pick, not our Swift pick. Because I think we're going to stick with TC for pickaxes. First up, we're going to put luck on this thing. So there's luck 1, luck 2, and we need more lapis for luck 3. Another, what do we need? About 168. Okay, that'll be fine. We can do that. And then in addition, let's go ahead and we're going to upgrade the pickaxe. And so I think what I'm going to go with is dreadium. So let's get ourselves, I don't know how much lapis, I know where some more lapis veins are. So if I need additional lapis, that's fine. It's not really a problem to go gather more. It's going to be most everything that we've got at the moment. Yeah, and we're still not going to have enough. That's fine. I can get more when I go back out. That's not a problem. And I want to see what this dreadium does. So let's make a pickaxe head with that. If it's like the... I imagine it's probably like the Dread Plague enchantment from Abyssalcraft. And if so, what it does is it basically... I need 2 of them? Okay. If you hit an enemy with it, it'll give them the Dread Plague. Yeah, see, we're 7 lapis from maxed out. That's fine. That's not a problem. I can get more. Alright. And I don't feel like we're in need of any TC weapons. Honestly, a pickaxe, and then I may end up upgrading like our hammer and stuff. We'll see. Though, honestly, I think most of the time I just use the excavate for like mass mining and stuff like that. But if it's something that I need to fortune, which strangely enough a lot of stuff doesn't really work with fortune within this pack. I know the standard aquamarine doesn't work with it. Now the aquamarine shell from the cobbleworks, that should work with fortune. So, but I think it needs to be a fortune shovel in that case. Okay, so dreadium has a lot of durability, 1,150. Also has really high mining speed and a mining level of 6. So this would be ideal if we can use it. Yes, applies the Dread Plague on critical hits. Succumb to Chaggaroth. That is perfect. That is perfect. And we've still got 4 modifiers left, and it's going to have a mining speed of 14, which currently has a mining speed of 6. So that is nice. That is very, very nice. So let's see, how fast does this break stuff? Decent speed. And we can speed that up in addition. And then we also need to really upgrade the handle on it. Honestly, I'm thinking about going with a copper, because the modifier on that is really good, and it has well established, which is the XP one, if I recall correctly. So maybe that? Because that modifier is hard to beat. That's a good modifier, and to have actually a decent buff on it as well. Okay, and since we've got aluminum, I'm going to go ahead and make up some aluminum brass, since it's cheaper, you know, than using gold to make casts with. And we'll just put that in the bottom. And I want to pour out just some blank casts. I was emptying out all the tin that was in there. Let's go ahead and just pour out a few of these blank casts. This pick is currently, it's pretty close to hitting the next level. Right now it's a comfortable. And we have 4 modifiers. And I think what I would really like to go for is reinforced. So we're going to go ahead and pour out 4 of these blank casts. Well, we've got 1 ingot left. That should be good. There we go. And then I also want to pour out a new rod for this. So we're going to go with the tool rod. Oh, really, I guess I don't really need the modifier. If I want to make this unbreakable, I don't really need the durability modifier, but we'll go with copper for right now. Okay, so we're going to dump reinforcement modifiers on there. You can see that 1 makes it 20% reinforced, which adds a 20% chance to not use durability. And then there's 40%, 60%, 80%, and then I just need the 100%, but I don't have any modifiers then. So we got a Dreadium pick. Should have a bunch of durability, 12,000. It'll definitely hit the next rank before it runs out of durability, and then I'll put that last reinforcement on there, so it'll be unbreakable. And then every other modifier after that, we'll just put speed. You know, redstone. I mean, it's still decently fast, and I can get it leveled up pretty quick. And then we'll probably do the same thing with like a hammer, because we've got that one hammer, 4 modifiers on it. I don't know, but I have no interest in TC for ranged or melee weapons because there's nothing, I don't think, in TC that would compare to what we've got. So it'll mainly be for the tools, I think. And that's mainly due to the fact that the Swift Pick, I don't know, I mean, it's nice. But, I mean, we're going to need a TC pick regardless, because we're coming up on a point where this isn't mining everything. You know, it's not cutting it for everything. I don't know. It was brought up in the comments, also on the Discord, that the printing press and typesetting table don't work within this pack. And I was also reading on the GitHub for SevTech that they're planning on removing that recipe within the next update, because it has nothing to do with the pack. It's the mod itself. It just isn't working in this version, and the mod maker for Bibliocraft isn't really responsive on it, so it's just kind of busted and not working. So they want to just remove the recipe, since it's not, you know, it's a waste to craft it right now. But anyways, next episode we are going to go to the Nether, and we're going to knock out that stuff, because like I said, the first thing that we're working towards is the Beastcraft stuff. I want to say it takes these logic chips, which take redstone alloy plate. Technically we could pull this stuff off at the moment, because it just requires Constantan, glowstone, redstone. I mean, I've got all that stuff available. So we could start getting into Visecraft. I want to say there's some stuff in here. Yeah, the nether quartz for making the airship cores. We're going to need nether quartz and blaze rods. So we are going to have to go to the nether for that. Also for the droid controller, which we are currently working towards, we are going to need to go to the nether for nether amethyst. So we got the stuff that we could make platinum plates at this point. I do want to get into the metal press before too long, just to make life a little bit easier on that end. But nether amethyst and the redstone engineering block, which takes that redstone alloy once again, and then vacuum tubes, which we are going to have to get not really into. See, it's a little bit of immersive engineering just to get like the engineer's workbench. We are going to have to get treated wood, that kind of stuff. But we don't have to go really even into RF power if we don't want to. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button, and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already, to stay updated with when new videos come out. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I'm going to do a lot of building, probably. I've also got to do packing as well. I've already been packing, but I got to do more packing. So I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you guys next time. So until then, as always, do take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys then.